Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for giving me a voice. Today we will talk about chicken menu, poultry menu, and its application to become source of methane. Their work is assessment of how anaerobic digestion would be suitable for application in the Bangladesh. The work is published in recent number of renewable energy by team cooperated with operation between of Free University Bangladesh on the Professor Golan Kibria with cooperation with Australian team from Cowan University by Mohbin Choudhury and United States Rochester University Institute of Technology under leadership of Professor Imtiaz Ahmed Shosi. The work is classification for processes. First is comparison how to make with anaerobic digestion or carbogenation, gasification, and there are two options of utilization. This is because by the fact that anaerobic digestion is simply phosphorylation and hydrolysis to acetogenesis, and then, due to anaerobic digestion bacteria, transferred to methane. In case of gasification, is thermal decomposition by with the presence of oxygen or air. And this will be compared in this work and why made. Poultry menu is big trouble and in several countries is used as China, Germany as main source of biogas. And here is the using of only 3% of energy can be realized from biogas plants, and in Bangladesh that 56% is supplied by imported gas. It would be sustainable replacement with the utilization of serious waste, ammonia, and serious quite troublesome waste like cow chickens and goat's manure. That is serious waste of every part of downfield cannot be to be utilized, and therefore in case of Bangladesh, 10% is renewable, mainly from hydropower, or 90% from traditional conventional methods. The target is power is generated for each and 1% from biogas, and this is targeted by 2040 to change into the renewable one. Here will be size. We have comparison of different countries, including Turkey, Japan, Pakistan, Korea, and China. China, Bangladesh, India, Brazil, Malaysia, Sweden, Nigeria, and Spain. In case of Turkey, the anaerobic digestion is suitable for 40 days according to experimental findings. 0.4 manu was produced in biogas, and payback is 3 years of the investment. In case of Japan, that three-stage digestion was proposed, and by slightly higher, and payback was after 1.5 years. In case of Pakistan, the experimental was used by cow dung and crop residue, giving uh, uh, giving 30 0.3 meter square per kilo, so it's much lower than because chicken, poultry manure, and chicken manure in both in Japan and Turkey. In Korea was 0.83 by mixed manure, livestock manure, slaughterhouse waste, and agriculture byproducts. While in China, there are several times when is compare gasification and anaerobic digestion, and these give the case of biopsych methane yield to, in case of cattle manure by methane anaerobic digested to 0.39, so quite high, and while the classification by in Harvard in thermal 750 of the cattle manure give 1.61 square meter, so twice more than highest in South Korea. So these are the trouble that still is much more efficient classification of pyrolysis than anaerobic digestion. And Nigerian were proposed to 65%, so 0.36 by animal waste from different cattle and poultry manure mixed. Then this shows that the trouble that is much more costly and generates unwanted oxide gasification, but in case of utilization is much faster and much bigger yield for methane production. And in this case, we show that renewable share in carbon emission was and before so biogas was zero in 2022 was 8% of renewable energy of Bangladesh, and 6069 was biogas percentage overall electricity production. And this aspect should be changed. Bangladesh has significantly an opportunity to make a use a bright future by harnessing potential of anaerobic manure and digestion. And this use the established the overall objective is to funding 100,000 biogas plant by 2028, and overall by 2015 only 700 was built. So the ambitious plans are not realized by now, but they hope that could be suitable for fulfilling demands. So by 2040, they plan to production of 100 billion square meters per year. So this is the plan, and advanced case, but scientists think that in fact will be just 70 billion square meter, since not very low from the plant built. the generation from from calculation is chicken. From chicken is from up to 0.4 kilogram at 25. Calculation is 0.07 up to theoretically, which is much lower than in case of cow, goat, or sheep. Cow has 29.5. They don't give here as the example the pig, because pig is important for many countries, but Bangladesh is not using the pork meat. There is no, so they don't take into account, which is higher than cow for 5-6% even. So here we have the proportion, and this is materials, chicken, and ultimate checking. Amount of livestock is, especially chicken, is increasing from 269.7 to 300, so 40%, while not so much in case of cow and goat and sheep. So this is a stable number. And this is the how is used. So farmhouse, chicken manure, livestock is going to livestock manure is going to several points as gasification, composting, fish food, and which goes to organic fertilizer to crop field. When composting, also to peat, tip, and as fertilizer, while mixed with water is going to biogas as using for kitchen, for gas and chemicals. Other is for gasification, and also using for cooking fuel, and the rest as fertilizer, as biochar. So these are the plants. And here we have input data. So maximal is value is for 48 volatile solid to 75 in case of chicken manure, while cow manure has volatile solid potential of nearly 73 to 76, while cow is different from versatile solid from 89 to 30, so quite much difference and hesitation, while in sheep also nearly 41 to 50, so not very big differences. And this shows that optimal generate chicken, goat, and remuneration, and due to vast number, chicken manure is so big like cow manure in case of last year, 2021. However, in previous year, chicken manure was vast, and half of cow manure and or sheep manure well as simpler. However, number not increases so much, but is registered better. And now we know that is cow manure similar volumes as the chicken manure right now, and the major livestock potential is given here as cow manure as bigger, because biggest potential, and in process uh, with the passion that we have is mostly from chicken and cow and sheep for 40 and 75% cow and chicken, whereas the sheep 47 and only 9% of sheep is one of the highest technical potential, even 30,000, 27,000 terajoules per year. So this is the hope of the biggest evaluation, and from this, electricity should go from coal mining mostly, while gas also even 120, which is twice much like chicken manure and much 8 times better than goat or sheep manure. This shows the potential of these these fuels substrate as carbon dioxide. The reduction would be the highest, which is simply, however, simulation could show that if the efficiently can be reduced to 500,000 tons of year of carbon dioxide. So these are points, and commercial, the economically perspective, return of investment is profitable after 3 years. Carbon emission will be reduced. Energy has grown, and political will to support green energy. So this is fine. This is what we make, and this is show majorly the plan for Pakistan, for Bangladesh, biogas plants. And thank you very much for giving me a voice.